Hello everyone, Teagan here with High Point. Thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's episode of What is in the Night Sky this month. Tonight, I'm going to be taking you through a beautiful tour of the night sky in the month of May. We're going to be visiting several deep sky objects like Messier objects, some galaxies, and then we're going to bring it closer to home and see what the moon and the planets are up to this month. So as always, buckle in and let's see what's really out there. So to start off our tour of the night sky in the month of May, tonight we're going to travel far past the reaches of our own solar system and take a look at our first object, Messier 5. M5 is a superb globular cluster in Serpens. M5 can be found just near 5 Serpentis. Binoculars show a hazy patch, telescopes resolve a compact core and halos, and imagers, including smart telescopes, capture its intricate chain of stars. Large, bright, and photogenic, Messier 5 ranks among the northern sky's finest globular treasures. On May 5th in the year 1702, German astronomer Gottfried Kirch discovered a nebular star which we now know as Messier 5. 60 years later, Charles Messier added it to his catalog of comet-like objects. Today we know that Messier 5 lies about 24,500 light-years away and is about 13 billion years old, making it nearly as old as the Milky Way galaxy itself. Observing M5 allows us to see light that has traveled for thousands of years and to share in discoveries made on similar May nights more than 3 centuries ago. Alright, so from Messier 5, we're going to travel to another deep sky object, well, rather a double star, and it goes by the name of Cor Caroli. Cor Caroli is about 120 light-years away, and it was first cataloged by Sir Charles Scarborough in the year 1660. Cor Caroli is a fine double star that splits easily in almost any telescope. A magnification of just 30 times reveals the white primary, which shines about 3 times brighter than its pale gold companion. A reasonably bright star, it lies 14 degrees south of Aquariid at the end of the Big Dipper's handle. If you are a beginner amateur astronomer, maybe you just purchased your first telescope, double stars are great in almost all situations. The skies don't have to be dark, and they're easily visible in light-polluted areas, and they make a fantastic view through the eyepiece. So our next stop after Cor Caroli, this gorgeous double star, we're going to travel far outwards past the reaches of our own galaxy, and we're going to take a look at another spiral galaxy, and one of my personal favorites, the Needle Galaxy. NGC 4565, otherwise known as the Needle Galaxy, lies 42 million light-years away, was discovered by William Herschel in 1785, and is another object that Messier somehow missed. It can be located halfway between Denebola in Leo and Cor Caroli in Canes Venatici. The Needle Galaxy appears in large binoculars as a faint sliver of light, while mid and large aperture telescopes show a striking edge-on spindle with a bright starlight core. The Needle Galaxy is a favorite among amateur astronomers. That edge-on galaxy gives it a very stark appearance against the background sky, and that middle dark dust lane becomes very apparent with long exposures. It is considered one of the best, if not the best, edge-on galaxies to photograph, and is thought to be a good representation of how the Milky Way might appear if you could see it edge-on from outside. So from the Needle Galaxy, we are going to continue tonight's tour by bringing it back within the realms of our own Milky Way, and actually within the realms of our own solar system. We're going to check out the Eta Aquariid meteor shower. The Eta Aquariid meteor shower peaks on the night of May 5th and May 6th. Originating from Halley's Comet, it produces fast, bright meteors, but this year, a waning gibbous moon will wash out many of those fainter shooting stars. However, early risers may still catch the occasional bright fireball a few hours before dawn. First observed by Chinese astronomers in the year 401 AD, the meteors enter the atmosphere at around 41 miles per second, making it the joint second fastest meteor shower. The Leonids are the fastest. Now, for those who really want to enjoy the meteor shower, the best advice that we can give is try and get out from light polluted areas. You don't need a telescope and you don't need binoculars. You just need a nice clear view of the night sky, dark skies, and preferably no moon. But unfortunately, that's unavoidable this time around. So from the Aquariid meteor shower, we are going to talk next about the moon. Now, the term once in a blue moon has been around for centuries and describes a scenario or an event so rare that it's hardly ever seen or experienced. This term was originally coined by Maine's farmer Almanac. The Almanac described a blue moon as being the third full moon in a season of 4. But in the year of 1946, Sky and Telescope magazine mistakenly defined a blue moon as a full moon that happens twice within a single calendar year. This year's blue moon appears close to the red star Antares in the constellation of Scorpius. So from the blue moon, we are going to talk about our nearest neighbors in a bit more detail and see what they're up to this month. Let's talk about the planets. Both Uranus and Neptune are too close to the sun to be visible, but Mercury returns in the evening during the last week and should be easily seen by month's end. Look for it low on the west-northwest about 15 minutes after sunset. Brilliant Venus shines after sunset and is joined by a crescent moon on the 18th. As for Jupiter, this planet remains visible for much of the evening, with the first 10 days of the month providing the last chance to view or image it telescopically, as it will be too low by nightfall later in May. A crescent moon sits to the lower right on the 19th and then shifts to the other side on the 20th. In the morning sky, Saturn and Mars are emerging over the pre-dawn eastern horizon, with Saturn being the easiest target. Saturn pulls away from Mars as the month unfolds, while the dimmer red planet lingers in the twilight. A crescent moon floats above Saturn on the 13th and then lies between the two planets on the following morning. Lastly, the moon turns full in Libra on the 1st, new on the 16th, and then full again, a blue moon in Scorpius, on the 31st. Alright, so that is our full tour of the night sky in the month of May. We thank you so much for tuning in. If you've ever had the chance to view or photograph any of these objects, maybe you've seen the Aquariid meteor shower under dark skies, let us know your experience and what kind of equipment you used. We love to hear your stories. Again, if you have any questions, let us know in the comments below and we'll be more than happy to assist. Again, I am Teagan with High Point. Thanks again, and clear skies.